Hello everybody and welcome to Wesley's Plant World with me, Wesley Peterson. And today we are out in the area of my garden called Silver Way, and we're here because I've bought lots of beautiful plants on a bargain sale of 50% off each plant that I want to, for the most part, plant in the border behind us here. In that border I've already planted out 3 plants that are quite large of Rhododendron Cunningham's White, and behind that I've planted out a row of Hydrangea arborescens Annabelle that I split up, and I did a whole video on that, so you can go back and see that video. And behind those I have planted out some bamboo that I've split and spread along the edge, a bamboo that can get to around 5 meters tall, so that will give an evergreen screen right up at the back. And then I just want lots of evergreen plants down here at the front, and I really want to get into collecting more rhododendrons for my garden because they do very well here. This side of my garden is very much more like a woodland, so there's a lot of organic material here, a lot of leaves that fall down in the autumn, and a lovely soil. And these plants love a low pH, which they'll get with all this organic material, so they like a pH between 4.5 and 5.5. So this is a perfect area to plant out lots and lots more rhododendrons, and I want to get so many different colours and varieties. Well, I want to get as many as I can find because they are absolutely fabulous plants. They give this gorgeous interest all winter, and you can see behind me on my little table that I've set up here that I went crazy because of this 50% bargain sale, and I ended up buying myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different varieties of rhododendron, and they all have very different colours. They're very beautiful. So I'm just going to bring them all to the camera one at a time so you can get to see the slight differences between them, and also I'll show you the tag so you can see what colour these flowers are going to have later on. This is so exciting, and I can't wait to get these planted in my garden, which I will be doing in another video, so you will have to check that out later. So the first plant I want to show you is the one on the end here. Let's have a look at this. There we go, lovely dark rich green leaves, and you will notice that all of these plants have the buds of their flowers on them already. These plants, they get their buds for their flowers that come out the next season. So around next May next year, May, June, they will start flowering out for me. And this is a great sign that these plants have lots of beautiful flowers. They're very happy. The leaves are very shiny and lush. And you can see this variety has green underneath its leaves, no other colour. So it's the same tone all the way around. So for a minute, I need to put it down so that I can show you the tag, and you will be so surprised at this beautiful colour. So on this tag you can see that this plant is called Rhododendron Cherry Ki, and look at the beautiful colour of the flowers that will come out on this plant next year and every year to come. A very vibrant rich cherry red colour. Oh, I love that. So that was my first rhododendron, and we have many more to get through yet. So the next rhododendron I have to show you actually has quite a different colour, and it's absolutely fantastic. Now you can see that the flowers have a little bit more of a brown sheen on them, and these leaves, they're narrower, and underneath them they have a much more browny sheen as well. So if you look here, you can see all the brown flower buds that are ready for next year, and this plant is full of them. And on the underside of the leaves of this plant, you can see there's a lot more brown going on, whereas the last plant was just green underneath. So look at that lovely brown sheen. I really like that. A lovely plant. This plant is called Rhododendron Kalinka. And if you look here, you can see it has a lovely pink hue to the flowers. Very, very beautiful. And this plant can get to around 1 meter tall. So this is going to be very nice when it grows out, but it won't get too big. So that's fantastic. Rhododendron Kalinka. Absolutely beautiful, don't you think? So here's the next rhododendron I want to show you. This one seems to have thinner type leaves. They feel thinner. It has flowers that are coming out. They're very small at the moment, and they're green. And you can see this plant is completely green underneath the leaves, but it's compact and it's very beautiful. There you go, green underneath and looks quite compact on top. Very nice. So I have the tag of this plant. This one has a deeper red colour. So look at the beautiful flowers on that. It's kind of a darkish red with a pinky glow in the middle and also with orange. So it's very beautiful and mixed coloured. So again, another beautiful coloured rhododendron to brighten up my garden. So the next one I want to show you, it seems like a very little compact rhododendron, and it has smaller leaves than the other ones I've shown you so far, and it's full of flowers. Every single rosette on this plant has a flower on it with the greeny colour and a browny hue. And this one again has a slightly brown hue underneath the leaves, not lots, but it does have some. So have a look at this closer up. There you go, isn't that beautiful? And look at all the flowers that are going to come out on this next year. You can see the underside is green, but with a little tiny sheen of this brown going on. Very compact, smaller leaves than the others and gorgeous. Oh, it's so nice that there are so many different varieties and forms when it comes to rhododendrons as well. And they all grow in such different habits. So it's important to remember the heights and the widths of the different rhododendrons you're going to have, because some can grow out tall, like tall big shrubs, and some stay small and compact, and some even stay miniature. So I just put that rhododendron back on the table so that I can show you the picture of how its flowers are going to be. And look at those lovely flowers with different tones of pink and peach and yellow. And this is called Rhododendron Yakushimanum Golden Torch. Absolutely stunning. I'll enjoy that when it comes out next year. I'm really enjoying showing you these plants because they are amazing. So right, I have a couple more at the back here. Well, I have 3 more left to show you actually. So the next one I have to show is at the back here. And again, this one has kind of thinner leaves and they're a little bit wavy and crinkly. I like that. Green flowers, green on top and bottom, and looks like it's going to grow out wonderfully. This one can reach about 1 meter 30 centimeters or so. So it's going to be a nice big rounded bush, and I will really enjoy watching that grow out. But if you look closer, you can see once again all of the rosettes are full of flowers and lovely leaves, and healthy and happy and ready to be planted out in my woodland area. So let me show you the tag on this plant now, which is stuck to the plant. There you go. This is called Rhododendron Hybrid Nova Zembla. And look at that colour. Purpley mauvey kind of colour. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll look forward to seeing that colour on this plant next year as well. So at the back here I have another gorgeous plant. And this one has a very different colour from the ones that I've just shown you. But first of all, just want to show you the bush again. This one has shiny leaves, straight edged, long, narrow, but they can get thicker it looks like. Flowers on every rosette again. Green with a little bit of brown dusting. Underneath a light green colour compared to the dark on top. So if you look underneath here, you can see it's a lighter green. And then on top, it's this lovely dark green colour. And I hope you can see the flowers on the rosettes because they are full of flowers, but it seems like they're a little bit difficult to see in the picture here. But another plant that I will really enjoy planting out. Now this plant has a fantastic name because it's called Rhododendron Dramatic Dark, and you're going to understand why when you see these beautiful flowers. Now look at that. This plant gets rich dark purple flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. There's the name down there, Rhododendron Dramatic Dark. That is just fantastic. So I'm going to really enjoy watching this one come out. And the final plant that I have to show you, I have at the back here, and it's a much bigger pot actually. This big gorgeous beast here. This is another rhododendron that has very small leaves. It's quite compact, and well, the leaves are very narrow. And this time the flowers are green, but they have a reddish hue around them. And on the stems, there are a little bit of a reddish hue. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to bring this up so you can have a closer look at what it looks like. I won't be able to hold it for very long because it is heavy. So let's have a look at this. Oh. So here we go, look at this big beautiful bush. And look at its leaves. You can see they're smaller, thinner, and you can see the red hue on the flowers and maybe on the stems of this plant. It's green on the underside. If I can turn it around, you can see a little bit, but it's very heavy. You see all the flowers, absolutely gorgeous. It's covered in flowers. Every single rosette again is covered. And well, I want this one to have a prime spot because it's just amazing to see. So now I need to put it down for a minute so I can show you what the flowers are going to be like. Oh, that one was a bit heavy. Wow, gorgeous. So on this tag, you can see the beautiful small flowers that this plant gets. This is called Rhododendron Grazia. It says it at the bottom there, Rhododendron Grazia. But look at what the flowers are going to look like on this plant. Beautiful, small, neat flowers in these pinky glows again, with these small, fine leaves that the plant has. That is stunning. So I really do have so many different examples of rhododendrons now, and I'm going to have to go around at some point and count all the different types I have, because I did do a video a while ago where I did a tour of the rhododendrons I have in my garden, and there I plotted the names of all of those that I have the variety name of. And now I have all these, and because I have the tags, I know exactly what they are, and I will write them up so I won't forget which varieties I have where in my garden. It's very important. I have an Excel arc, and I write all of the scientific names of all my plants on there, and the Swedish names and the English names, and a little bit of details about the plant, and of course where they are in my garden and which border they're in, so that I'll always be able to go and find my specific plants. I think I have around about 350 different species of varieties of plants on my list so far, and that is nowhere near everything. And that includes wild plants that I have in my garden, all of the different trees, the different shrubs, the different perennials, all those kind of plants. I don't have annuals on my list, I only have perennials, and that is enough. But it really, really does help to have a list of all your plants so that you can keep track of the names, and especially if you want to find out more information about those plants online. And talking about information now, I'm just going to put some information on the screen here. Basic information about Rhododendron Care. Rhododendrons, they prefer an acidic kind of soil, a pH between 4.5 and 5.5. They love it if you add autumn leaves to the borders, wood chips, bark, anything like that. Any debris you have from pruning back other plants, put that around your rhododendrons, because then you'll get a really rich layer of mulch around your plants. It will keep the moisture in the ground, and it will release a lot of nutrients that the plants need and love to survive. And you can also supplement them, of course, with a rhododendron fertilizer. And if you have them in pots, you will need to buy rhododendron soil so that you make sure you get the right pH for your plants, and then give them the right fertilizer, because otherwise they're not going to survive very long in a pot without that. They really do need all the basic necessities for them to survive in that kind of situation. These plants are much better planted in the ground, in a woodland kind of area, or in a soil where you really have amended it so that the plants can access the nutrients they need, so they don't get nutrient lockout by not having a low enough pH, for example. As I say, in my garden situation, it's very easy. Basically, I just plant these plants out in the soil that I have here because it's a very rich soil, and they do very well. I can add some more soil if I want, and I do give them fertilizer now every year, because while they're establishing themselves, and if it's a dry period during the summer, they have a hard time, because if it's too dry, they can't get the nutrients they want at all, and then they'll start browning out or yellowing out in their leaves. Leaves might start falling off. And another big thing is they won't produce many flowers for the next season. So it really is important to keep them happy that way. So basically, this was just a quick video to show you my beautiful rhododendrons that I'm going to be planting out in my garden in other videos. So look out for those. So remember, in October, when the autumn is starting here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the time for you to go out and find your perennial plants, your evergreen plants, because you can get some great bargains. Between October and November, a lot of garden centres are closing down parts of their business and they're selling out their plants, so you can get yourself some fantastic plants. And remember, there are many perennials out there that you can also go and buy and split. You can't go and split these plants, but you can easily take cuttings from rhododendrons from the stems, but that is a subject for another video. So enjoy yourselves out there bargain hunting and in your gardens or with your rhododendrons in your pots, and have a lot of fun. So thank you very much once again for watching this video with me. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be coming up, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.